Hi, I'm Ivy, and this is my 16 and pregnant story. I'm going to tell you how I found out I was pregnant and how I told my parents I was pregnant at 16. So, it goes back to July 22nd, 2017. I got with this guy that I met through my friend's boyfriend, and we got together, and we broke up in August because he just didn't know what he wanted. He was like, if you're not gonna be with me, then I want to be with this other girl. So he already had options, and so we broke up. And I know, stupid that we got back together. But the end of September, beginning of October, we got back together, and things were okay. We had our ups and downs still and whatnot. But then in October, we did the and November came around and I missed my period, and I always get my periods regularly. I know when they come, I know when I'm gonna have them. And so me, him, and my friend, we went to Walmart, and I had a feeling I was pregnant because I was craving lemons and pickles and waffles, and I didn't even like waffles. But so we got to Walmart, and he bought me a test, and me and her went to the bathroom, and I took the test. I didn't want to see it at first, but she did. She started to cry, and she hugged me, and I said, "It's positive?" And she said yes, and we both cried, hugged each other, and I walked out of the bathroom, and he was just looking at me, and I had waited till I cleared up, didn't look like I was crying, and I told him no. Well, we're walking through the store, and then I just tell him yes, it was positive, and we showed him the test, and he got excited and cried. Now, we already knew we wanted to keep the baby. We never thought about abortion or anything like that. We were excited, and so things were good. I went to the doctors. I took a test there. It said positive. They told me I need to go see a pregnancy doctor, a women's center, and so I went and I got me a doctor, and they did an ultrasound on me on January 4th, 2 days after my birthday. So at this point I'm 17. But before my appointment, my boyfriend at the time proposed to me, and I said yes, so we got engaged. And so we went to the appointment, and my due date was July 22nd, 2018, and everything seemed fine to me. Not with the baby. I mean, with the baby it was fine, but between me and him, everything seemed fine. But then on January 31st, he broke up with me. Well, I mean, he broke up with me, but he had admitted to me he cheated on me, and that he still wanted to be in the baby's life, but he didn't want to be with me. He said he wanted to be with me, but he wanted to be with this girl, and he did this and that, so I just didn't want that in my life anymore. And I should have learned from the first time, but I didn't. And so we broke up, and a month went on, and he started to cause trouble between me and saying he's gonna take the baby, he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do that. Well, I just ignored him because he's stupid. I'm not gonna get into all of this because the whole world don't need to know what he did, what he does. But March 6th came along, and this guy, Shane, that's my boyfriend now. My ex's name is AJ. He was the boy who I got pregnant by. Shane and me, I was in 11th grade when I got pregnant. And me and Shane dated when I was in 9th grade. We dated then for like 3 months, and we broke up because I was stupid. But anyways, we started talking kinda because I seen him at his job, and I just texted him, and we started talking from there. Then March 6th, he picked me up at my friend's house and asked me out, and I said yes. And so everything's good between us. Then AJ starts up crap saying he's not gonna hold my son, he's not gonna do this, he's not gonna do that. Just a bunch of crap, like he normally does. And we just ignore him. We say some things back, but like we just overlook him. And so yeah, went to all my appointments. In the middle of March, I found out I was having a little boy, and at this point, me and AJ kind of are getting along a little bit. When I found out the gender, and if I was a girl, I got to name her. If it was a boy, he got to name him. He picked Carter Jace, so my son's name is Carter Jace. And so my due date is July 22nd. It comes around to July 22nd, and I'm 40 weeks, no baby. 2 days later, I have him on July 24th. And the only people at the hospital with me is my mom, my boyfriend, my friend, and that's it. I had a friend come to the hospital. She showed up a few minutes before I had him. I didn't know I was about to have him or anything, but my water broke around 7 in the morning on July 24th. It broke 7 in the morning. On July 23rd, around 11, I was dilated to a 3, and then July 24th came along, and around 7 and 7:30, 7:40, my water broke by itself, and the labor pains got really worse. Then around 9, my doctor came in and checked me and said it's time to push. So I did practice pushing for like 10-15 minutes, and then at 9:27 I have my son. So I only pushed for about 30 minutes, and he was here, born into this world, my beautiful Carter. And at this point, his dad knows about him, and his dad does not see him until he's a month old. My son is currently 4 months old now, going on 5, December 24th. Today's December 8th, and he has not seen his son since he was 1 month old. Carter is now 4 months old, and he has not asked to see him since then. And that's the end of that story. But how I told my parents is me, my mom, and my friend were at church, and my mom was inside. Church was about over, and we had to go to a luncheon with the church in the church hall. So I had brought a baby bottle and a napkin. I wrapped the test up in a napkin, and I put it in the bottle. Well, I gave it to my mom, and she opened it, and she looked at my friend because she thought my friend was pregnant, and she said, "Don't look at me." And my mom looked at me, and she was like, "No." And I said, "Yes." And then she just got silent and left. Then later on, after luncheon was over, she talked to me about it, and she wasn't mad at me. She wasn't upset. She was nervous on how we were going to tell my dad. So I told her probably November 24th, I want to say. 24th. No, it wasn't the 24th. It was like November 20th, I think. And then, so it's now December. My dad still has no idea. It's about December 15th, give or take, and I get sick because my boyfriend, he was over, and he had the flu. Didn't know he had the flu, and he gave it to me. I was sick, and you cannot go to around where I live, I couldn't go to the emergency room that was by my house because they don't certify with pregnant women. So I had to go an hour away to a hospital, ER, so we told my dad I was sick, and then he said just take her to the ER in Groesbeck. And I told him, Mom told him, we can't take her there, she has to go to the one that's an hour away. And he asked why, and she had to tell him that I was pregnant. I didn't tell my dad, she told him. And he said he knew it, but he didn't say anything. He wasn't mad, he didn't really say anything to me, just said take her, and we went. And my dad didn't talk to me for a couple of days or so, but then he did, and he said it's all gonna be okay, everything's fine. And yeah, that's that story. But everything was fine. I was really nervous on telling them, but I had to, and I did. But yeah, that's pretty much my 16 and pregnant story. I'm now 17 with a 4-month-old going on 5, and I wouldn't want it any other way. So this is my 4-month-old Carter. He's the light to my world, and I love him to death. He, whenever I went to my 20-week appointment with him when I was pregnant with him, he had 2 cysts in his brain, but they went away. And he's a healthy baby, happy baby. He loves to talk, he laughs. He's just a very joyful baby. And I love him to death. He's my world. Say hi. Say hi. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you like my video. It's my first video, and I want to make some more videos too because I enjoy doing this. Anyways, thank you for watching.